This is Tony T here from Tony'sPicks.com with our NFL pick show here for Sunday, October 6th. We're going to have a pick from all 14 games. Before we get into, just a reminder to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more free pick videos. And also, if you're looking for my best bets, my premium plays, click the link in the description. That'll take you to my sales page at Tony'sPicks.com. And if you appreciate our work, give us a like, a thumbs up on this video. It really helps our channel. Let's get this one started. Here we go, beginning here with the Jets and Vikings NFL pick here for Sunday. New York right tackle is out on defense, the linebacker is out. Minnesota starters are healthy on offense and defense. New York fell to 2-2 after 10-9 home defeat to Denver. The Jets gained 268 yards, 64 passing for 2.8 yards a carry. On defense, they held the Broncos to 186 yards, 60 passing on 25 attempts. It was Aaron Rodgers here. 24 of 42 passing, 225 yards. Minnesota now 4-0 after their 31-29 road win at Green Bay. The Vikings put up 374 yards, 120 rushing for 3.5 yards a carry. Defensively, they allowed 465 yards to the Packers, 479 passing on 54 attempts. Sam Darnold here, 20 of 28 passing for 275 yards with 3 touchdowns and a pick. The Jets have an injury advantage here based on the Dr. Chow injury ratings. Minnesota healthy offense going up against the Jets injured defense. That's where the advantage lies. New York has struggled to run the football, just 3.7 yards a carry. They do allow 4.6 yards per rush. Minnesota running for 4.4 yards a carry. The Vikings receivers outstanding. The team is completing 69% of their passes for 8.2 yards per pass attempt. They hold the opponents at 3.8 yards per run. The Jets are 2-4 the spread away from home against winning teams. Play Minnesota here minus 2.5. All right, we got Dolphins and the Patriots NFL pick here for Sunday. Tua out. Skylar Thompson questionable for Miami, the two quarterbacks here. On defense, the safety is out. New England receiver Osborne questionable. Their left tackle here is at center and right guard are questionable. On defense, the safety is out. Questionable are a linebacker, a safety, and both corners. Boy, a lot of injuries here. Miami drops to 1-3 after their 31-12 home defeat to Tennessee. The Dolphins put up 184 yards, 106 rushing for 3.5 yards a carry. Defensively, they held the Titans at 244 yards, 102 passing on 21 attempts. Tyler Huntley here, 14 of 22 passing for 96 yards. New England fell to 1-3, a 30-13 road defeat to San Francisco. The Patriots gained at 216 yards, 73 rushing for 3 yards a carry. On defense, they allowed 431 yards to the 49ers with 282 yards passing on 27 attempts. Jacoby Brissett here, 19 of 32 passing for 168 yards with a touchdown and pick. Miami offense performing poorly, just 3.7 yards per rush, 5.8 yards per pass step. Defensively, they hold teams at 4.2 yards a carry, 6.8 yards per pass step. Patriots, they're just running for 4.4 yards a carry, just 59% completions, a miserable 4.1 yards per pass step. The pass defense New England, the weakest of all here, allowing 71% completion rate, 7.5 yards per pass step. Miami does have a slight injury advantage based on the channel injury ratings. The Dolphins offense has a significant injury advantage over the Patriots. Play will be Miami minus 1. Panthers and Bears NFL pick. This one here on Sunday. Carolina right guard questionable. On defense, its linebacker is out. Nose tackle and linebacker questionable. Chicago left guard questionable. Their defense healthy. Carolina fell to 1-3, a 34-24 home defeat to Cincinnati. The Panthers gained 375 yards, 155 rushing for 5.3 yards a carry. On defense, they allowed 373 yards to the Bengals, 141 rushing for 4.5 yards a carry. Andy Dalton here, 25 of 40 passing for 220 yards with 2 touchdowns and a pick. Chicago improved to 2-2, a 24-18 home win to LA Rams. Bears put up 262 yards, 131 rushing for 4.7 yards a carry. Defensively, they allowed 322 yards to the Rams, 119 rushing for 4.6 yards a carry. Caleb Williams here, 17 of 23 passing for 157 yards with a touchdown. Chicago has a significant injury advantage based on the Chow injury ratings. The massive advantage is the Bears' offense against the Panthers' defense by about 25 injury points here. Carolina defense surrendering 4.6 yards per rush and has very poor against the pass, allowing 71% completion rate, 7.3 yards per pass attempt. The Bears' offense has struggled with 3.5 yards to carry on the ground, only 4.7 yards per pass attempt, but their defense holding teams at 4.5 yards to carry, 61% completion rate, 6 yards per pass attempt. Carolina 6-12 of the spread in their past 18 on the road. Chicago 4-2 of the spread is home favorite. Play Chicago minus the 3.5. Colts and Jaguars NFL pick. This one here on Sunday. Indianapolis quarterback Richardson is doubtful with running back Taylor out. Their center is doubtful with right tackle questionable. On defense, an end is out, nickelback out, corner questionable. Jacksonville tight end questionable here. On defense, an end and linebacker questionable. Indianapolis sits at 2-2, a 27-24 home win to Pittsburgh. The Colts gained in this game 358 yards, 133 rushing for 4.2 yards a carry. On defense, they allowed 404 yards to the Steelers with 282 yards passing and 34 attempts. Joe Flacco here, 16-26 passing for 168 yards with 2 touchdowns in relief of Anthony Richardson, who attempted 4 passes. Jacksonville fell to 0-4, a 24-20 road defeat at Houston. The Jaguars produced 313 yards, 158 rushing for 6.6 yards a carry. On defense, they allowed 435 yards to the Texans, 334 passing for 40 attempts. Trevor Lawrence here, 18-33 passing for 169 yards with 2 touchdowns. Jacksonville has a significant injury advantage based on the Dr. Chow injury scores here. The widest advantage is the Jacksonville offense against the Colts defense by a margin of 13 injury rating points. Colts running the football here, 5 yards a carry, 7.6 yards per pass attempt there. Colts, good hands with Flacco if he needs to sub for Richardson. Indy allowing 165 yards rushing per game for nearly 4.5 yards per run. They are a poor pass defense, giving up 69% completion rate, 7.1 yards per pass attempt. Jacksonville is running for over 5.5 yards a carry. The pass defense bad here, 67% completion rate, 7.7 yards per pass attempt. Indianapolis 7-1 of the over on the road, facing a pass defense that allows 7 yards per pass attempt per game. Play here will be Indianapolis and Jacksonville over 45.5. Bills and Texans NFL pick. This one here on Sunday. Buffalo receiver Shakir out. On defense, a tackle and safety out. A linebacker and cornerback questionable. Houston running back Mixon out. The right tackle questionable. On defense, 2 linebackers are questionable. Buffalo fell to 3-1. A 35-10 road defeat at Baltimore. The Bills gained 236 yards, 81 rushing for 3.5 yards a carry. Defensively, they allowed 427 yards to the Ravens, 271 rushing for 8 yards a carry. Josh Allen here, 16-29 passing for 180 yards. Houston, they sit at 3-1 after their 24-20 home win to Jacksonville. The Texans posted 435 yards, 101 rushing for nearly 4 yards a carry. On defense, they allowed 313 yards to Jaguars, 158 rushing for 6.6 yards a carry. C.J. Stroud here, 27-40 for 345 yards with 2 touchdowns. Houston has a slight injury advantage in this game based on the Chow injury ratings. Buffalo's offense has an advantage on the Houston defense here. The Texans offense, a significant injury advantage on the Bills defense. Now Buffalo running for 4 yards a carry, but getting great work in the passing game. 69% completion rate, 7.5 yards per pass attempt. But the Bills give up 157 yards rushing per game here with 5.7 yards a carry on the ground. The Texans' run game generates 4.2 yards a carry, but is allowing 67% completion rate. 2 healthy offenses facing 2 injured defenses. Play here will be on Buffalo and Houston over 47. Ravens and Bengals NFL pick here for Sunday. Baltimore left guard is questionable. Their starters on defense healthy. Cincinnati starters on offense healthy here. On defense, a tackle is doubtful with a nickelback questionable. Baltimore improved to 2-2, a 35-10 home win to Buffalo. The Ravens gained 427 yards, 271 rushing for 8 yards a carry. On defense, they held the Bills to 236 yards, 155 rushing on 31 attempts. Lamar Jackson here, 13 of 18 passing for 156 yards with 2 touchdowns. Cincinnati 1-3 with their 34-24 road win at Carolina. Bengals put up 373 yards, 141 rushing for 4.5 yards a carry. Defensively, they gave up 375 yards to the Panthers, 155 rushing for 5.3 yards a carry. Joe Burrow here, 22-31 passing for 232 yards with 2 touchdowns and a pick. The Ravens have an injury advantage in this game based on the Dr. Chow ratings. The biggest spread here is the Ravens' healthy offense against the banged-up Bengals defense with an injury rating difference of +10. The Baltimore rushing for 6.5 yards a carry, completing 67% of their passes, 7.7 yards per pass attempt. They hold opponents to 3 yards per carry. Cincinnati getting accurate and efficient passing, running for 4.6 yards a carry. The Bengals defense is giving up 4.4 yards a carry on the ground and 70% completion rate. Baltimore 10-4 to the spread on the road against the AFC. Cincinnati 2-5 at home to the spread against the division play. Baltimore here at -2.5. Browns and Commanders NFL pick. This one here on Sunday. All right, Cleveland right end is questionable, as is their left and right tackle. On defense, the linebacker is out. Washington receiver Brown is out with running back Robinson, and left guard questionable. On defense, their defensive end out. Cleveland fell to 1-3, a 20-16 road defeat here to Las Vegas. The Browns gained 241 yards, 92 rushing for 4.2 yards a carry. On defense, they allowed 268 yards to the Raiders, 152 rushing for 5.2 yards a carry. Deshaun Watson here, 24-32 passing for 176 yards with a touchdown and pick. Washington now 3-1, a 42-14 road win at Arizona. Commanders gained 449 yards, 216 rushing for 5.8 yards a carry. On defense, they held the Cardinals to 296 yards, 115 passing on 22 attempts. Jane Daniels here, 26 of 34, 233 yards with a touchdown and pick. Washington has a clear injury advantage against the Browns. Commanders' defensive injury ratings here, 90 to the Browns' offense at 77.5 based on the Chow numbers. But Cleveland rushing for 4.3 yards a carry, but a very poor passing team, 61% completion rate, 4.1 yards per pass attempt. The team defends the pass well by allowing 59% completions, 5.8 yards per pass attempt. But the Commanders here, their offense, running for 5.1 yards a carry, 82% completions, 8 yards per pass attempt. And despite a healthy defense, the Commanders are giving up a lot here. Not a good defense here, even healthy, when healthy. 5.3 yards a carry on the ground, giving up 72% completion rate, 7.5 yards per pass attempt. Cleveland 6-2 the over on the road against a team that allows 7 yards per pass attempt or greater. Commanders 3-1 in the over this season. Play Cleveland and Washington over 43.5. Raiders and Broncos NFL pick. This one here Sunday. Las Vegas running back White, receiver Adams, right guard and right tackle out. On defense, an end and linebacker questionable. Denver starters on offense and defense healthy. Las Vegas here improved to 2-2, a 20-16 home win to Cleveland. The Raiders posted 268 yards, 152 rushing for 5.2 yards a carry. On defense, they held the Browns to 241 yards, 141 passing on 32 attempts. Gardner Minshew, 14 of 24 passing for 130 yards. Denver 2-2, a 10-9 road win to the Jets. The Broncos put up 186 yards, 126 rushing for 4 yards a carry. Defensively, they limited the Jets to 248 yards, 184 passing on 42 attempts. Bo Nix here, 12 of 15 passing for 60 yards and a touchdown. The Broncos have a significant injury advantage in this game based on the Chow injury ratings. Wide advantage on both units. Oakland struggling on the ground here with 3.6 yards a carry. They do complete 71% of their passes, but only 6.3 yards per pass attempt. Defense performed poorly here, allowing 5.1 yards a carry, 68% completion rate, but Denver not a very good offense. 3.4 yards per rush, passing game inaccurate, 57% completion rate. Denver defense has been strong this year, allowing 4 yards a carry, only 4.9 yards per pass attempt. Play Las Vegas and Denver under 36. Cardinals and 49ers NFL pick here for Sunday. Arizona tight end and right tackle questionable. On defense, a nickelback out. San Francisco running back McCaffrey out. Tight end Kittle questionable. On defense, a linebacker out. Corner questionable. Arizona drops to 1-3. A 42-14 home defeat to Washington. The Cardinals produced 296 yards, 181 rushing for 5.7 yards a carry. On defense, they surrendered 449 yards to the Commanders, 216 rushing for 5.8 yards a carry. Kyler Murray here, 16 of 22 passing for 142 yards with a touchdown. San Francisco now 2-2, a 30-13 home victory in New England. The 49ers gained 431 yards, 148 rushing for 4.6 yards a carry. On defense, they held the Patriots to 216 yards, 143 passing on 32 attempts. Brock Purdy here, 15 of 27 for 288 yards with a touchdown and pick. Arizona has a health and an injury advantage here based on Chow's numbers. The huge edge comes from the Arizona offense going against the 49 defense. The rating points here are differential of plus 18. Arizona offensively moving the football for 153 yards on the ground, 5.3 yards per rush. They complete 69% of their passes for 6.7 yards per pass attempt. They hold teams at 4.4 yards per run, but really struggle against the pass. San Francisco's run game generates 4.4 yards a carry with efficient passing. 49ers defense allowing 4.1 yards per carry, but 7 yards per pass attempt. It could reach record hot temperatures in San Francisco on Sunday. Arizona, from a desert climate, may not be too impacted here, but the 49ers come from a milder climate in the Bay Area. It got to the point where the 49ers requested all teams play in their white uniforms. That was struck down, so the 49ers will be in their dark red. Here, San Francisco 4-5 the spread at home against good offensive teams that average 5.6 yards per play or greater. Murray healthy and the mobility a key here. Play Arizona plus 7.5. Giants and Seahawks NFL pick for Sunday. New York receiver Neighbors is out with running back Singletary doubtful. On defense, a nickelback questionable. Seattle starters are healthy on offense. Defensively, a linebacker and free safety questionable. 2 backups and a free safety are questionable as well. And 2 backups on the Seahawks off the defensive line out. New York moves here to 1-3 with their 20-15 home defeat to Dallas. The Giants gained 303 yards, 26 rushing for 2.4 yards a carry. On defense, they allowed 298 yards to the Cowboys. Offense here, 80 rushing yards for 3.5 yards a carry. Daniel Jones, 29 of 40 passing for 281 yards and an interception. Seattle fell 3-1. A 42-29 road defeat to Detroit. The Seahawks posted 516 yards, 133 rushing for 7 yards a carry. On defense, they allowed 389 yards to the Lions, 273 passing on 19 attempts. It was Geno Smith here, 38 of 56 passing for 295 yards with a touchdown and pick. Seattle has a slight injury edge based on the Chow ratings. Significant rest advantage for New York coming off a Thursday night game. Seahawks short week after that Monday night loss to Detroit. New York run game generates 3.4 yards a carry with 63% completion rate in the passing game. On defense, they're allowing 4.7 yards per carry, only 6.6 yards per pass attempt. Seattle's rushing here for 4.5 yards a carry, and they have an efficient passing game. Defensively, they give 4.3 yards a carry, 67% completion rate. Now, the spot favors the Giants heavily in this game. New York 7-2 to the spread. On the road, went an underdog here, plus 3.5 to plus 9.5. Seahawks are 5-8 as home favorite. Play New York plus 7. Packers and Rams NFL pick this one here on Sunday. Green Bay receiver Watson doubtful with a left guard questionable. On defense, a tackle is out with corner questionable. LA receivers Nakua and Cooper out. Tight end Higsby out. The defensive starters are healthy but lost players to the IR. Green Bay now 2-2. A 31-29 home defeat to Minnesota. The Packers posted 465 yards, 86 rushing for 4.5 yards a carry. On defense, they surrendered here 374 yards to the Vikings, 254 passing on 28 attempts. Jordan Love, 32 of 54 passing for 389 yards with 4 touchdowns. LA, they dropped to 1-3. A 24-18 road defeat at Chicago. The Rams gained 322 yards, 119 rushing for 4.5 yards a carry. On defense, they allowed 264 yards to the Bears, 131 rushing for 4.7 yards a carry. Matthew Stafford here, 20 of 29 passes for 224 yards with a pick. Green Bay has a significant injury advantage based on the channel injury ratings. It is wide on both sides of the field. Green Bay offensively rushing for 5.4 yards a carry, throwing for 7.7 yards per pass attempt. Green Bay defense allowing 4.3 yards a carry, 7.1 yards per pass attempt. LA has struggled on the ground, but it is an efficient passing team despite the injuries. The Rams defense allowing 5 yards a carry, 72% completion rate, 8.6 yards per pass attempt. The Rams defense, a concern here, they gave 24 points to a bad Bears offense in defeat last week on the road. Play Green Bay +3. -3. Cowboys and Steelers NFL pick here for Sunday night. Dallas starters on offense are healthy. On defense, an end is out with both corners questionable. Pittsburgh has healthy starters on offense. On defense, a linebacker's out. Dallas improved to 2-2. A 20-15 road win at New York Giants. The Cowboys gained 293 yards, 80 rushing for 3.5 yards a carry. On defense, they held the Giants to 303 yards, 26 rushing on 24 carries. Dak Prescott here, 22 of 27 passing for 221 yards and 2 touchdowns. Pittsburgh now 3-1, a 27-24 road defeat in Indy. Steelers put up 406 yards, 122 rushing for 4.1 yards a carry. Defensively, they gave up 358 yards to the Colts, 133 rushing for 4.1 yards a carry. Justin Fields converted on 22-34 passing for 312 yards and a touchdown. Pittsburgh has a slight injury edge here based on the channel ratings. The Cowboys offensive unit, though, is the healthiest unit in this game. 91.2 injury score. Dallas offensively rushing for 3.5 yards a carry. They do complete 64% of their passes, 6.7 yards per attempt. On defense, giving up 4.6 yards a carry, 7.2 yards per pass attempt. But Pittsburgh only running the football for 3.7 yards a carry. An accurate passing game without much downfield effectiveness here. Pittsburgh holding teams to 3.7 yards per run. Effective in pass defense, but a healthy Dallas offense the key here. And if their 2 corners are healthy enough to play even better, Pittsburgh point totals this season a massive concern. Play Dallas here +3. For my best bets, my premium picks, click the link in the description. That'll take you to my sales page over at Tony'sPicks.com. For more free pick videos, be sure to subscribe to our channel. And if you appreciate our work, give us a thumbs up on this video. It really helps our channel. I'm Tony T. We'll talk to you later.